What if I told you there was a man who saw everything? Not just his lifetime, not just his generation, but the rise and fall of empires, the suffering of God's people, even the terrifying climax of human history. This man never tasted death. He never had a grave, because one day he simply vanished, taken, pulled straight into the courts of heaven. And there he was entrusted with secrets so dangerous, so shattering, that they were hidden for thousands of years. One of those secrets is a prophecy about 70 mysterious shepherds. But here's the haunting question. Who were these shepherds? Kings? Angels? Demons in disguise? And even more chilling, why would God allow them to rise if their rule would only bring blood, betrayal, and destruction? This is the hidden prophecy of the 70 shepherds of Enoch. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll see why this vision may not just be about Israel's past, but about your future. The Bible gives us only fragments about Enoch, just whispers. Genesis says, Enoch walked with God. Then he was no more because God took him away. No body, no video, no explanation, just gone. But outside the pages of Scripture, preserved in ancient Jewish writings, in the Book of Enoch, and hidden among the Dead Sea Scrolls, we discover what happened. Enoch was taken up, shown the secrets of heaven, given visions of angels, the Messiah, the end of the world, and among these visions lies one of the most chilling of all time, the prophecy of the 70 shepherds. At first, the word shepherd sounds safe. Shepherds protect sheep. They guide them. They feed them. But in Enoch's vision, these shepherds were different. They were ruthless. They were dangerous. They were appointed to rule God's people, but not to bless them. Each shepherd was given a limited time. Each shepherd was warned, do not exceed your authority. But every single one failed. Instead of protecting the sheep, they let them be devoured. Instead of guarding them, they scattered them. Instead of feeding them, they slaughtered them. The sheep cried out. The heavens recorded every single act. It was a vision of betrayal, of corruption, of endless blood. So who were these shepherds? Some scholars whisper they were Israel's own rulers, corrupt priests, wicked kings. Others insist they were the foreign empires, Assyria, Babylon, Greece, Rome, nations who crushed God's people under their rule. And others, more chilling still, believe they were fallen angels, unseen spiritual powers pulling the strings behind the thrones of men. The truth? Whoever they were, the prophecy matches history with terrifying precision. Each shepherd, each kingdom, each oppressor, every one of them foretold. But here's where the vision becomes almost unbearable. These shepherds weren't rebels acting outside of God's plan. They were appointed. God himself allowed them. 70 shepherds, 70 appointed times, 70 rulers, counted, measured, and written in heaven. Each one permitted for a season. Each one recorded by angels. Not random, not chance, planned. And when their time was up, judgment would fall. Picture it. One shepherd rises, the sheep cry, heaven records. Another shepherd rises, the sheep scatter, heaven records. One after another, 70 times, until finally, the corruption becomes so unbearable that heaven itself begins to stir. Judgment awakens. Enoch sees it. The Lord of the sheep appears. He sits upon his throne. The books are opened. Every shepherd, every betrayal, every drop of blood, and one by one, the shepherds are judged. Enoch says they are cast into a fiery abyss, destroyed for every crime, punished for every injustice. It is heaven's courtroom, justice at last. But the vision doesn't stop there, because after the 70 shepherds fall, a new terror rises. A last group of beasts and birds descend in fury. Nations at the very end of time, ruthless, merciless, unlike any before. And then comes the final shepherd, not a shepherd of protection, but a shepherd of deception. He doesn't simply kill the sheep. He pretends to lead them. He disguises himself as one of them. He claims authority, but he is a wolf in disguise. Sound familiar? The New Testament warns of a false shepherd, the man of lawlessness, the Antichrist. Could it be that Enoch saw him first? And just when all hope seems lost, the heavens open. The great shepherd descends. Enoch's vision bursts into hope. The sheep are gathered from every land. A shining new house is built, the New Jerusalem, and the great shepherd dwells among his people forever. It is the moment history has been waiting for, the judgment of the false shepherd, the vindication of the faithful, the restoration of all things. And here's the most breathtaking twist of all. Centuries before Jesus was born, Enoch saw him. He calls him the Son of Man, given power, glory, an everlasting kingdom. He judges the shepherds, he rescues the sheep, and he reigns forever. This is no coincidence. Enoch saw the Messiah before Bethlehem, before the cross, before the resurrection. The prophecy of the 70 shepherds doesn't end in despair, it ends in triumph. But then we ask, why was this vision hidden? Why is the Book of Enoch absent from most Bibles? Some say it was too dangerous, too revealing, that it pulled back the curtain on powers of darkness we were not meant to see. But hidden or not, its message is crystal clear. History is not chaos. Empires rise and fall, but they do so on a leash. Each shepherd is allowed, but only for a season. And when their number is complete, judgment comes. Now we must ask the chilling question. If Enoch's prophecy stretched from Egypt to Babylon to Rome and ends with a final false shepherd, where are we now? Are we living in the shadow of that last shepherd? Is the final deception already unfolding before our eyes? One thing is certain. The countdown is almost complete. The cries of God's people are rising again. The books are being filled again. The trumpet is almost ready to sound. And when it does, the heavens will split. The Son of Man will descend in glory. The great shepherd will return. No more betrayal, no more slaughter, no more waiting. The prophecy of the 70 shepherds ends not with despair, but with hope. Unshakable, eternal. So stay awake, stay faithful, because the final shepherd is closer than you think. And when the great shepherd comes, may he find you among his sheep, waiting, watching, and ready.